welcome to Wednesday, welcome to Lunch Bunch. Myself, Lindsay, Mal, Dan, Roland, Nikki, and Austin. We came over here to Lido's Pizza, which we've never been to before. At least I haven't been to, and it's very, very good. We most all got pizza, and we vastly underestimated how much pizza was going to be arriving. And now Mal and I have got a bunch to take home. Lunch was good. I've never been to Lido's. They're a Maryland chain. And my parents, well, my mom is from Maryland. My dad obviously spent a lot of time in that area. So they were familiar with it. They recommended it. But because it's after E3, now I can talk to people about E3, which means I can talk to Dan about E3.
Yeah.
Dan, did you like E3?
Yeah, it was good. I'm excited about certain things.
Did you watch? Which conferences did? I know you watched Bethesda's.
I watched Bethesda's. I wasn't really excited about Fallout 76 until it was actually Josh and Brooke that were like, "Yeah, we're gonna get it when we play it, so you're invited to join us when we double stream." So that was because
double stream Fallout 76.
Yeah, there's not many people like friends of ours that like would play like maybe once a week or twice a week.
Yeah.
Just like, so I was really kind of like not really like I was kind of like ho hum about it, but
I mean, well, it's the type of game you have to have multiple people play it. Like if you played it by yourself, it would be not good.
Yeah.
And I know that they're saying like you can play it solo, and I'm like, but you wouldn't want to.
Yeah, it's like playing GTA Online by yourself. It's like not.
Yeah, well that would be a truly terrible experience.
Yeah.
Because then you're getting killed by random people.
But yeah, I'm excited about Last of Us 2, of course. I honestly only watched your vlogs for the other ones. So, well, no, I did watch the Nintendo. I'm excited about Smash, but I'm not as excited as probably most people are. But
the big complaint that I heard online, which is I think completely fair, is that Nintendo, they really only promoted Smash.
Yeah.
They had a few games at the beginning. They're like, check this out. There's going to be a Fire Emblem game, and we made Mario Party. And it's like, cool. And it's like, Smash! Like, of the 42-minute Nintendo Direct, like 25 minutes was Smash. And, like, that's good. And obviously Smash is their heavy hitter this year. But everyone was really expecting we'd finally learn more about Metroid Prime 4.
Animal Crossing.
There might be something with Animal Crossing.
Would be great.
So I get it. And it's interesting because all three conferences were so different. Because Microsoft had 50 games, and a bunch of them were like never been seen before. Sony was like, we only got a few games, and you know what they are, but we're going to show you pure gameplay of all of them.
But I would have liked to have Fallout 3 on the Switch, which I know is a long shot because...
Well, I don't think it's that big of a long shot. Bethesda's clearly working more with with Nintendo because Doom and Wolfenstein 2 are coming to Switch.
Yeah. And
Doom's already on Switch, so...
Yeah, Skyrim's already on Switch. And...
I think that what Nintendo could have done to make more people happy is they could have used this opportunity to talk about Smash for sure, but only kind of like do a little bit about it, and then make a separate Nintendo Direct in like August that was just pure Smash. But I think the reason they didn't is because they hosted this Smash Brothers Invitational tournament, and they were going to show off so much about the game for the tournament that it made more sense to just show off a ton of stuff for their Direct. And I know that ended up, pissing some people off because they didn't get to see Metroid, they didn't get to see, this theoretical Animal Crossing game that could exist.
Yeah.
But the truth is, they were going to show a ton about Smash Brothers, so it was just easier to make E3 about Smash Brothers. That doesn't mean that we're not going to get a Nintendo Direct later in the year that talks more about, Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah. I also feel like probably the reason why Animal Crossing isn't coming out on the Switch is because they did just release
Pocket Camp.
Yeah, so it's like
no, you're right.
Even though it's not technically a real Animal Crossing game.
Yeah, well, I mean, Pocket Camp is still very new. Yeah. So I think that they're going to try and space things out. And they're entering into the mobile space more because there's a Mario Kart game going to come out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, there's a Mario Kart mobile game coming out.
Why?
So
They just
Because they
released
can.
the same Mario Kart for the Switch.
yeah, but if you
But-
don't have a Switch, now you can just have a phone.
Okay.
They got plans. It's interesting to see what their plans are. I'm going to be honest with you guys. E3 this year was great. I had a fantastic time watching the conferences. I feel like all the companies did a good job. I feel like there was a good selection of games. I feel like there was, more or less something for everyone. I feel like E3 2018 was great. But I'm very glad it's over. And the reason I'm glad it's over is I have been pretty sleep deprived creating vlogs for the past few days for these conferences. Because I'm already working on a bunch of other stuff for Stephen Plays. I've been, especially lately, helping Mal with Mal Makes. And then in the midst of doing all of that stuff, it's like, here's these press conferences, some of which are, nearly 2 hours long. Watch them. And then edit the videos for them. Sony, in particular, was very difficult because that press conference started at 6 p.m. Pacific, which is 9 p.m. Eastern. And then in order to download the video to edit it, I have to wait until the stream is done. So the stream didn't end until like 11:15, something like that. Then I could download the video to actually edit it. And the way I actually did all of these conferences, I didn't watch any of them live. I actually watched them once they finished, which was an interesting predicament because from the time they started until the time I was able to download and start watching them myself, I had to just stay off the internet because I didn't want to spoil myself for anything. So I would wait until the conference was done, then I would download the video and watch the conference. So I got to bed pretty late because of that, because these were all very time-consuming to make. So E3 was great, had a great time, but I'm also very glad that it's over and I can get back to normal life. In the future, what I'd really like to do is I'd like to take this sort of thing, especially like Nintendo Directs, and I'd like to release them onto Stephen Plays. I feel like, for one, they would do better because there's more people on Stephen Plays, but also it's tailored for a video game audience. And then the vlog for the day would just be like a normal day. And I would mention in it, hey, I'm also watching this, and you can click here and go watch it on Stephen Plays. The problem was with E3, it was impossible. Creating these 3 vlogs was already difficult enough. If I would have had to have made them as bonus videos and then also made vlogs each day, it would have been crazy. So I'm glad I kept up with it. I got the vlogs out every day, like I said I was going to do. I'm very proud of myself, but I'm glad to get back to the normal day-to-day. But E3 was fun, and like I said before, there was something for everyone. There's a lot of great stuff coming out. I'm looking forward to a lot of things. Obviously, very, very excited for Smash Brothers. That is definitely going to be coming in some way, shape, or form to Stephen Plays. Last of Us 2 is a game that, for all intents and purposes, I can guarantee I will do a playthrough of. There was good stuff. There was good stuff. I had fun. I really do feel like this is probably one of the better E3s in recent memory. And I do understand that there were some people that were a little disappointed that Nintendo didn't bring other things to the table, but you also have to understand, Nintendo, I hate to say they don't care about E3, because that's not entirely true, but they definitely care a lot less than Sony and Microsoft, and there's a reason for that. They do Nintendo Directs throughout the year. There's Nintendo information trickling out all the time. Whereas E3 for Sony and Microsoft, this is like their big time. They're coming forward and they're saying, hey, boom, check it out. We get all this information. Nintendo is like, they're going to share some stuff at E3, but they've got stuff coming out, other times of the year. We're going to get another Nintendo Direct this year, maybe 2. So even if you were holding out hope for Metroid Prime, I would say, don't give up hope. We may still get more information about it later this year. Totally possible. That being said, I am excited about Smash. It's going to be a fun time. Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to talk about E3, whatever you'd like, all the conferences. I don't say who won, because I don't like that. But if you want to, you're free to. You can discuss that. I've seen other people on the internet saying they felt like Xbox had the biggest and best presentation. And I understand that sentiment. Like Nintendo showed some other games, sure, but like their focus was clearly Smash. Sony only had a few games, and Sony's conference to watch was a little wonky because the Talking Heads things was weird as it was, but they lingered on them so long between moving people from the church to the theater. So I understand that. Xbox's was, I mean, it's about as perfect as you could get, you know, just boom, 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 game, 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 game. But I'm not going to say who won or who lost. Everybody won. Gamers won. Gamers got games. And that's a good problem to have. But I'm going to end the vlog here. We're going to go to bed early tonight. I'm super pumped. Finally going to get some sleep after several nights of burning the E3 oil.